A year ago, Queen released a complete remix of their debut album from 1973, which elevated the sound dramatically from the original rushed release, which the band had always been unhappy with. The only disappointment for those who took out a bank loan of £160 needed for the so-called Super Deluxe Box Set edition was the omission of any sort of surround sound mix. A year later, that's been rectified with the standalone Blu-Ray Dolby Atmos release, which can be found online for prices varying between £19 and £24. Is it worth the wait? Should we read anything into that release date of Friday the 13th? Let's find out.
Queen is a British rock band formed in London in 1970, known for their powerful sound, theatrical performances, and genre-blending music. The classic lineup: Freddie Mercury on vocals and piano, Brian May on guitar, Roger Taylor on drums, and John Deacon on bass, came together in 1971 and quickly gained attention for their ambitious arrangements and striking visual style. Their early work combined elements of hard rock, progressive rock, and glam, with layered harmonies and complex studio production becoming hallmarks of their sound. While later albums would make them global superstars, Queen's debut marked the arrival of a unique voice in rock music, bold, dramatic, and technically impressive from the start.
Okay, it's arrived, so let's get physical.
Let's get physical, physical. I wanna get physical. Let's get into physical. Let me see your sound review. Sound review. Let me see your sound review.
It's a digipack and it's extremely slim, which I think is a good thing. It takes up less room on the shelf. And unlike the obnoxious Super Deluxe Edition releases, which change format depending on the whim of the nasal nerd who releases them, it's consistent with releases where the labels actually bother to put the product out themselves instead of handing them over to someone else who will price gouge the hell out of you by bumping the price up significantly. So yeah, it's consistent with recent releases like David Bowie's Ziggy Stardust and Prince's Purple Rain. Turn over on the back and we can see that what we get, as well as the Dolby Atmos release, is a stereo high resolution mix and, interestingly, instrumental backing tracks. So I guess if you want to perform karaoke in your home, you're all set to go with this release. Okay, let's rip off the cellophane and see what's inside. Let's open it up, and inside we've got the disc, no image on the back digipack, which is a little bit lazy. And inside we've got a booklet with the track listing, all the lyrics, pictures that were included in the deluxe box set as separate cards, and the logo on the back. So, reasonable booklet, 12 pages. Not too keen on the flap, but I'd prefer a broader flap. But overall looks fine. I like the embossed gold on the cover, quality. It's a bit of money spent on it, and for the price, that's pretty good. The menu system is pretty straightforward. You can choose one of 3 audio selections, or pick one of the individual tracks to play, or select play and you get the whole album. What's interesting though is the menu itself isn't the usual 30-second or 1 minute repeating loop. It's actually a full 45 minutes long. This version that you're seeing here has been sped up 5 times, and if you're paying attention, you'll notice that the photos are not repeating. They're changing all the way through. Nice touch. I'm not sure how many people leave the menu on for 45 minutes, but if you do, well, it's not repeating to the point that you get really frustrated with it. Even better, on the individual tracks, each track has its own full-length video. It's not a 10-second repetition of some slight animation of the cover that might cause screen burn-in. You've got handwritten lyrics, you've got picture sleeves from around the world. You've got photos of the band in the studio. You've essentially got the entire contents of the hardback book that's in the Super Deluxe edition, but presented in visual form. It's a really nice touch, and I wish more Blu-ray audiophile releases did something like this. It gives you something to watch, much like when you're playing vinyl, you might want to be looking at the album sleeve and reading the sleeve notes.